Hello everybody, my name is Louie and I want to welcome you guys to our very first episode of our Hearts of Iron 4 playthrough. Now today we're going to be starting a campaign playing as the German Reich. For this campaign I want to keep it pretty historically accurate. Of course we want to win the war playing as Germany, but I don't want anything crazy to happen like France go communist or Germany and Russia be allies. We want to keep it pretty much to how it actually happened, while of course, going beyond that and winning the war as Germany. So with all that being said, we're going to keep our Iron Man mode on so we don't have any save scrubbing, and then of course we're going to have the historical AI focuses on. But playing as Germany, you do get a couple of different bonuses. We are bitter losers because of our defeat in World War I. We're not going to just drift away from fascism. We get a general staff bonus, which just gives us 5% towards our division organization and 25% towards our planning speed. And then we also get the 3-road Enigma machine, which just gives us a 5% boost towards our encryption research. So with all that being said, obviously our start date is January 1st, 1936, so we are, in the middle of the build-up towards World War II. And, with all that being said, we're just going to hop straight into it, so I'll see you guys in the game. Alright guys, so for this playthrough, we're actually going to be playing with a couple of different mods. Most importantly, we're playing with the Road to 56, which it just changes and adds a lot to different countries' focus trees. It adds a lot of research, it adds different units. So that's probably gonna be the biggest mod that we're gonna play with. But another mod, as you can see right here, is the Color Puppets mod, which it's just a pretty simple aesthetic mod. But for example, let's say I were to puppet the Netherlands because for some reason I don't wanna directly control them. Instead of them being orange on the map, they would actually change to Germany's black. So it's just minor graphical changes, but we're gonna let the AI of course change their colors. And well, first things first, I think we're gonna go ahead and pick our national focus. So Germany's focus tree is quite large. It's pretty big, it's extensive. You have your industrial focuses over here. I'd call these your expansion focuses, and then policies, and then actually over here you have different ideologies to where you can go down basic fascism, or you could actually get rid of Hitler. You could end up going communist or end up going democratic. Or over here you could actually rally the monarchists and bring back the monarchy. You could put the Kaiser back on the throne. I think you'd probably you'd end up in a civil war. I'm pretty sure. Fight for the new Reich. So you'd end up in a civil war actually. But of course we're gonna stay fascist. Gonna keep Hitler up there. So first things first, we're gonna remilitarize the Rhineland. Just get that on the way, and then we're gonna hop into our research. At the beginning of the game, I like to get my industrial research out of the way. Well, I'd say industrial and engineering. So we're gonna get electronic mechanical engineering, and then a couple of our industrial researches, because obviously we want to build up, we want a big military, but for us to have a big military we need the economy to actually support that. And then we're gonna pop one weaponry research in there as well. Now into our construction, usually at the beginning of the game I'll have my civilian factories build more civilian factories, but considering we're gonna be taking a lot of mainland Europe, we're gonna grow our economy through war. So I think I'm actually just gonna have my civilian factories go ahead and build more military factories so we can get that extra boost towards our military production right off the bat. And then I'm also gonna build a couple of synthetic refineries, because if we go over here, Germany lacks a lot of oil. So we're probably gonna have to end up expanding either into the Balkans, but if we can get them on our side, as puppets or allies, then we'll just get all that oil through trade. And and eventually we wanna expand down here, because as you can see there is quite a lot of oil down here as well. But for right now we're gonna just import more oil. We're gonna get it from Venezuela, because actually before we do that I want to set my production, because I know this is gonna use more resources. So we're actually gonna start producing lots of fighters and tanks, because I mean, first of all, we're Germany, so obviously we love tanks, and then we want a good and strong air force, because you know, eventually when we do go to war, England and France, you know, they're gonna start try and bomb us. So yeah, that's our military production out of the way. We don't have any units in training, so I'm actually just gonna pump in. We're gonna start recruiting 10 infantry divisions and a couple of tank divisions. That should hold us up for quite some time. And then we have some unassigned divisions. I don't know why that took me to production. We're actually missing. Yeah, see, we're missing more oil now because of our, you know, of course we added to our military production. So we're actually gonna go ahead and assign our divisions real quick. Usually what I like to do is I like to justify war on Belgium, because if we take over Belgium, you know, it's going to open up a lot, you know, a longer front with France, so we can actually bypass the Maginot Line right here, because trying to punch through here can be very tricky. But I do know they're not doing it yet, but eventually France is going to guarantee Belgium's independence. But I do believe that they, unless something changed, I do think they revoke it after a certain period of time, so we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for that. But let's go ahead and assign our divisions. We'll have one full army group, and that'll be the, oh, pressing the wrong button, I'm not even selecting all of them, there we go. That's gonna be our main army for right now. Probably be the army that we're gonna have on the Belgian border. I think we're gonna have one too many. Nope, there we go, 24 divisions. We're gonna assign them to the Belgian border for right now. We're gonna assign them Erich von Manstein, and then the rest of these guys are just gonna go on the French border, because eventually we are gonna do the West Wall focus, which just, it's gonna give us a bunch of fort on this border right here. And then, oh, forgot to assign a general. Give him, actually we're gonna give him a slightly worse general, because you know, we don't exactly need like Rommel guarding the French border. So we'll give him this guy, and then we're gonna move into our resources. We're just gonna start importing from Venezuela and get our rubber from the Dutch East Indies. So now I think we're ready to unpause it. We're bump it up to, let's say, 5 speed. I think that's good for now. We're not really doing anything. Why am I still, I'm not missing resources. Okay. So yeah, as far as, you know, as far as war plan, I think as soon, we're just gonna go down the tree. You know, we're gonna do, firstly I'm gonna do all the, well, most of the industrial focuses, and then we're gonna move over to these right here. I think, honestly, I think I'm gonna hold off on doing the prepare to invade Poland for a little while, at least until 1940, because I don't want to end up going to war too soon. You know, I don't want to end up having the Allies declare war on me if I'm not ready yet. So we did get some extra political power, and if you look right here, this is actually part of another mod. It's called, I think it's called Decisions, Speeches, something like that. These are all actual speeches that actually, you know, took place and happened. And before I talk about that, I just realized, let me pause it. I did not get our naval production sorted out. So actually, what I always do playing as Germany, I scrap all of the production except for the submarine production, and then I merge these 3 fleets. And because, you know, we're Germany, you know, we don't have a very powerful navy, so I usually just start mass producing submarines and infinity build these, so we'll just have a constant flow of submarines. So now back to what I was talking about. These are actual speeches that, you know, actually took place. So let's say I were to click on one of these, you'd actually, you know, you'd hear the speech actually play out in the background. So when I do one of these speeches, I'm just gonna let them play. I'll just be quiet so you guys can hear them. So we finished remilitarization of the Rhineland. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border, in clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The local population cheered the German soldiers on, while the diplomatic reactions from France and Britain have so far been muted. It is no more than the Germans walking into their own backyard, a political commentator in Britain observed. So yeah, as you can see, if I pause it again, now all these troops, before, you saw the red sort of outline around the area, obviously because it was demilitarized, troops couldn't enter. Somebody got assassinated. Switzerland's Nazi party. Oh, okay. So yeah, all these guys, they could go into that territory now. So we'll pause real quick, pick a new focus. We're gonna begin the depression recovery, get our industry on the way. And I think I could. Now I'm actually gonna save up. I'm gonna save up 20 more political power so I can actually pick a new political advisor. I want to get the political advisors out of the way before I move into, military staff and all of this stuff. These down here are actually, they're not in the vanilla game. You'd actually only find those, I think it's a mod called the New World Order, I think, or it might actually just come with the Road to 56, because I know I had a mod that added a lot more down at the bottom here and kind of reworked the policies, but I don't think I have that one on. So we do have some more. We have one more military factory, so I'm actually just going to assign this to the tanks as well. And I think in a few months or so, the Spanish Civil War is going to kick off. That's why I didn't assign this army to Erwin Rommel, because I actually want to send Rommel to Spain with a couple of tank divisions to help out in that civil war. So we do have enough political power now, so we're just going to get the Rudolf Hess, just give us some more political power to work with. And our national focus is about to finish, so we'll be able to pick a new one and go. I'm gonna appoint economic positions. It's only gonna take 21 days, so not too long. We are building quite a few submarines. We're actually gonna give them a admiral, give them Karl Dönitz. So yeah, I mean, we're looking good. I think I might actually do a speech now. Yeah, I'm gonna do the speech now, so I'll be quiet so you guys can listen to it.
Meine deutsche Jugend, nach einem Jahr kann ich euch hier wieder begrüßen. Wir wollen, dass dieses Volk einst gehorsam ist, und ihr müsst euch in dem Gehorsam üben. Wir wollen, dass dieses Volk einst friedlieben und aber auch tapfer ist, und ihr müsst friedfertig sein.
Alright, so as you can see, it actually plays the actual speech. I think that's a really cool feature, especially in a historical game like this. I think it does a lot to make the game more authentic. So we just finished our appointing economic positions focus. So we have two appointment options for the offices of Reichsbank President and Economic Minister. One of the possible appointees, Hjalmar Schacht, is very good at working with Germany's companies and developing civilian infrastructure, but his lack of loyalty to the NSDAP and disdain for military spending make him a worrying choice. Our second possible appointee, Walter Funk, is very loyal to the NSDAP and is a major proponent of military spending. If we are to make any good progress with German recovery, we must choose one of these men to lead our economy. So usually I actually go with Hjalmar Schacht, but for the sake of our military, we're gonna go ahead and go with Walter Funk. He's gonna give us a conversion cost bonus, so it takes less time for us to convert civilian factories to military factories. Actually, I might actually go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with this guy because it gives us more factories in the state, better construction speed. It bumps down our military construction speed though, but then it bumps up our resource gain efficiency too. Ooh. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Walter Funk because I don't wanna hurt our military construction speed for our factories. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the Reichsautobahn, which, you know, it'll just give us max infrastructure, and I think it was Brandenburg, Hanover, Turing, and Franken, and then it boosts our fortification speed as well, coastal fort construction speed, and our anti-air construction speed. And we finished our mechanical engineering research, so we'll go ahead and go do mechanical computing, boost our research time some more, have some more free military factories. I think I'm gonna put these into, you know, I'll do the same thing I did with the tanks. I'll put one more into developing or building the F-109s, and then see, we do lack some more resources now, so we are gonna have to import some more rubber from the Dutch East Indies. In terms of expanding, I do want to consolidate pretty much all of northeastern Europe. I am gonna do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which is gonna give the USSR Eastern Poland, and I think I'm gonna ally, if not puppet, Hungary, you know, Romania, Bulgaria. I think they're all gonna join the Axis. You know, I'm gonna annex Czechoslovakia and Austria. I think I'm gonna puppet Slovakia, make them an actual country, so I don't overextend myself on the Polish border. I might just leave Yugoslavia for the Italians, but I'm not sure about that. But we did just finish our Reichsautobahn focus, so we're just gonna go the entire way down here, because as you can see, we get a ton of more civilian factories and more infrastructure, so we're just going to keep going down this way. Had some units that finished training, so we're going to assign them to the French border as they pump out. One more. I think we'll have a couple more here in a second. Then I'm going to do this speech real quick, inaugurate the Reichsautobahn. So it does give us, you know, a nice bonus towards fascism and stability.
Mein Führer, vor 20 Monaten haben Sie uns den ersten Spatenstich vorgemacht. Dann werden diese Straßen weit über unsere Zeit hinaus bestehen als Denkmal der Arbeit. Ich freue mich, dass heute als Dokument dieser Arbeit ein erster Teil der Nation neben Verkehr gegeben wird.
Alright, so there's that speech then. So we did get a boost towards our stability and our fascism. So we can pick a couple more researches now. So I'm actually going to head straight over to industry, do concentrated industry, which just boosts our factory output and stuff like that tremendously. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then can't do either of these, so I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to do a military doctrine. I'm going to go down the mobile warfare doctrine tree, because obviously, you know, we're Germany, blitzkrieg and stuff like that. So we can go ahead, assign a couple more military factories, one more military factory. I think I'm going to put this one into just building more infantry equipment so we can supply our soldiers. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick another, I'm actually going to pause real quick, I'm going to pick another political advisor. Usually I pick either one of these guys. I think I'm going to go ahead pick Joseph Goebbels, just to boost our war support a little bit more. And then we do have a couple more decisions. I don't think I'm gonna do either one of these. I might do one of these. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do this one because it does boost our research for our industrial technologies. Czechoslovakia starts border fortification. That's okay. We're gonna annex them anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this speech.
Meine Arbeit für richtig hältst. Ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt eine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingesetzt bin.
There we go, right on time. Finished the privatized Reichsbahn. I'm gonna go straight ahead, finish the Reinhardt program just to get those extra civilian factories. You know, we do have a lot of, you know, different focuses and different, you know, stuff like that. Just give us a lot more stuff. I mean, we have focuses. Let me pause real quick. I mean, if we go look over here, I'm pretty sure, I thought so at least, that we have a focus that, yeah, right here we get a focus that, I thought it added more military factories, but I guess it just gives us a bonus for our military industry. But we do get, you know, we do get lots and lots of bonuses with all of these, you know, focuses over here. So we're actually going to go ahead and pick a new research. It is still 36, so I can't do any of these just yet. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do excavation 1, which just, you know, just helps us get more, you know, extract more resources. Have another military factory that we can assign. Do I want to put in? We are missing 3,700 infantry equipment, so I'm actually gonna just pop this in here so we can get that taken care of as soon as possible. We are producing lots and lots of submarines, so I'm probably just gonna split off the submarine fleet and just start raiding the western approaches. And, you know, I mean, England does have a pretty powerful navy, so does France. So, you know, how much will it be able to do? That's, you know, that's questionable with those submarines, because honestly, submarines aren't very good in the game. That's why I usually, you know, just stay away from the navy as Germany until I start to, you know, actually, let me pause real quick. At least, you know, like I was saying, at least until I want to invade England or invade America. So as you can see, the Spanish Civil War kicked off. So we're actually gonna go ahead and real quick go down here and split off a couple of tank divisions. Unassign them. Assign them to a new group. Assign them to Urban Rommel and send them down here to Nationalist Spain as volunteers. Go, we can send 2 divisions, perfect. And they will now, Spain allowed our volunteer forces to fight for their country in their war, and they will arrive September 8th. So about 8 days, 9 days, we'll have troops down here to help the Spanish fascists fight the war, and assign another military factory to more equipment. You can see equipment's actually gone down by a lot, so we're moving pretty fast. So as soon as we get positive, I'm probably gonna take away 3 of these and probably assign them to either planes or tanks or maybe support equipment, because I do want to end up, you know, using army experience to modify our divisions. Let me pause real quick. Our forces arrived in Spain. Usually what I do with this, it's pretty easy to win the Spanish Civil War, you know, quickly. I usually just go over here, rush Barcelona, and then rush Madrid. As soon as you take either one of these cities, depending on how much the nationalist Spanish actually lost, which it seems the communists broke through here, and depending on that, you know, it's how, you know, it determines how fast you win the war. I'm actually going to cross the river here. I don't want my tanks to have to push across the river. Gonna assign, got some more divisions that we can assign. We'll just assign them to the French border. Let's see, we can assign a new political advisor. We'll just get Heinrich Himmler. Assign more of these. Finished another focus, so we just got a bunch of more, you know, civilian factories. We're up to 39 now, or 35. So we're gonna go ahead and do. I'm actually gonna go over here and do the first Vienna Award, because I'm gonna do the first Vienna Award, and when we have enough manpower, I'm gonna do the Anschluss, which we just need 500,000 manpower for us to do that. So, you know, next round of recruitment we'll probably have enough for that. But I'm gonna do these 2. I don't want to do this one because, you know, even though historical focus is on, there's been a couple of times where they actually denied me the Sudetenland. So we're just gonna do these two and then go straight for Fate of Czechoslovakia, which either lets me annex all of it or puppet Slovakia. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then let's unpause it again. Looks like the fascist Spanish actually have not been doing too hot. I want to avoid this because I don't want my tanks having to fight through mountains. I'm actually going to push them this way. They're actually attacking me right now, so I can't move. Assign this unit up here. Oh wow, now we're missing a lot more infantry equipment. So I'm actually going to just keep those factories on that. It doesn't look like the Spanish, like the fascist Spanish, are really doing too well. Looks like they've been pushed back quite a bit. Oh, and there we go. Belgium just renounced French protection. So yep, they aren't guaranteeing them anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and justify on Belgium. Gonna go ahead and draw a front line through here. So we'll just take all of their victory points. And then I really want to win the Spanish Civil War. I don't want Spain to go communist whatsoever, because that can really that could really hurt us. I don't want to get cut off right here. I need some of these guys to move in here. I don't know, he's gonna come out, he's gonna go right here. Now we have some friends, so we're gonna keep pushing. There we go, we did the first Vienna Award. We're actually gonna go over here, because I think... Nope, never mind. I think that was with a different mod, you get a whole nother branch of stuff over there. So we're gonna go ahead and do... We're just gonna keep going with our industrial focuses. We're gonna do issues with the steelworks. I really want to win this war. I really don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, it looks like we broke through. Looks like the Spanish through. Oh, I say Spanish. They're both Spanish. I'm gonna go ahead and push into Barcelona as soon as we can. Yeah, our tanks make, you know, quick work of these guys. And start pushing into Barcelona. Probably gonna lose some guys. Don't want them to lose though, because then we're gonna get cut off. So I think if they start to lose more, we're gonna have some more friends coming this way. Yeah, they're pushing on me now, so it might be a minute until I can push into Barcelona. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of our planes that are stationed, because I do, when World War II starts, I want to assign them myself. Let's see if we can do another speech. We can. This gives us 10% towards our electronics research. So I'm actually going to go ahead and let you guys listen to that speech.
Anders mit uns verkehren muss. Dass sie nicht mehr hoffen kann auf unsere Uneinigkeit und das Blickraum, sondern dass sie sich abfinden muss mit dem, was noch da ist, nämlich mit dem deutschen Volk.
Yeah, I think those speeches really add a lot of flavor to the game overall. So we're gonna just go ahead and pick Reichsworker Hermann Göring, just to give us some more military boost. And it looks like, oh, Adolf Hitler angered by a Belgian posturing. Looks like we took Barcelona, so we're gonna, hopefully they'll be able to hold. It'd be bad if they couldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna push out of Barcelona, see if I can take Madrid as soon as possible. Excuse me. Oh, it looks like they brought in a ton of more reinforcements, so I'm actually gonna get over there as quickly as possible again, because I do not want to lose Barcelona. I don't want to have to fight over that again. So we're gonna go ahead, do this focus, get a few more synthetic refineries, pick some more research. Let me pause. Is it 37 yet? No, it is not. So I'm actually gonna go over here and research logistics companies, just help with our attrition. And then I'm actually gonna go down the convoy interdiction, you know, help our submarines out at least a little bit. Oh, it looks like the Spanish really... United Kingdom declared war on Mexico. Hang on, pause. Well, it looks like we have our first major official war of the game. The United Kingdom declared war on Mexico. That's interesting. I mean, what? I'm confused. I mean, I guess I'm okay with it. I mean, it'll... I guess Mexico will serve as a distraction. I mean, I'm not sure why. Did they go fascist? Well, it looks like they're going fascist, but they're not fascist yet. Well, that's interesting, to say the very least. Actually gonna try and push into Zaragoza, because that is a pretty major victory point, which National Spain does have to control in order to win. I don't know why these guys aren't pushing. I mean, you see me attack, so... Yeah, looks like we're wrapping things up over here. As soon as we take that, we're gonna go over here, go ahead and push into Madrid. Gonna assign a couple more of these divisions. So maxed out this army on the French border. Pick another research. It is 1937 now, so we're gonna do the improved machine tools, which just adds to our production efficiency cap. And then, do we have more troops? Yes, we do. So I'm actually gonna start a new army group. I'm gonna give you guys Heinz Guderian, and we're gonna assign you to the Polish border, so we can start building up over there as well for when we march into Poland. I'm gonna change to war economy, so I can boost our production or construction for military factories. Did we take Zaragoza? Yes, we did. So I'm gonna go over here, head on over there. Go ahead and take Madrid. So hopefully we can, you know, win the Spanish Civil War and have, you know, Spain go fascist and be on our side. Looks like they're pretty weak right here, so we're gonna just be able to just wall straight through here unless they reinforce it. No, they did not, and we are into Madrid. That should make them capitulate now, I think. Maybe not. Oh, it might be because we're still missing points down here. So I could actually go rush Valencia, but I don't want to get cut off. I really don't want to lose my tanks. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and move around here, see if I can take that point, so we can get Communist Spain to capitulate. Hopefully they won't take that Madrid while I'm down here, but it does look like we're about to take it. I'm gonna go down here real quick, push towards Malaga, not Valencia. Valencia's over here. Go ahead, push in here. Madrid's still ours. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Anschluss focus, so we can annex Austria. Sign a couple more of these divisions. We're actually gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick Heinz Guderian as my military theorist, because it just gives us that extra army experience. And then we're gonna go ahead and build some more military factories as well. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. National Spain won the Civil War. So if we go down here, Spain is fascist now, so eventually, after they recover from the Civil War, they're gonna be able to join the Axis. Hopefully, at least. Have about 100 more days for that to finish. Danzig wants support in replacing city's commissar. Anything for our German brothers, of course. So, about 40 or so more days for this to finish. Our troops returned from Spain. We're gonna assign these guys to that army. That's actually gonna overload this army, so we're gonna just pick a couple of these divisions, move them over to Poland, so we can get these tanks in here, so we can bust through Belgium. I'm gonna switch to this guy. I'm gonna switch Monstein, switch him out for Rommel, so we can get that boost for our tanks. Pick an extra research. We're just gonna keep going down our mobile warfare doctrine, and it's looking good. It's looking promising. I may as well just, yeah, I'm gonna do another speech before the Anschluss finishes, so you guys can listen to this.
Meine deutsche Jugend, nach einem Jahr kann ich euch hier wieder begrüßen. Wir wollen, dass dieses Volk einst gehorsam ist und ihr müsst euch in den Gehorsam üben. Wir wollen, dass dieses Volk einst friedlieben und aber auch tapfer ist und ihr müsst friedfertig sein.
Alright, so from that I think we just got some more fascist support and a little bit more manpower. Anschluss should be finishing, yeah, here in a second. And then we do get Austria's divisions as well, so we can, you know, incorporate them into our army. I think it's looking good, you know. I mean, next episode, you know, the war with Belgium's gonna kick off, so we can extend our front with France, and hopefully, you know, in a couple years or so, we'll be able to march into France quite easily. We do have quite a few more submarines. Actually, we have 42 now, so hopefully we'll be well into the hundreds by the time World War II kicks off. Soviet Republic declared war on Shaanxi, so things in Asia are already starting to kick off. Not sure when Japan's gonna declare war on China. How can anyone say that Austria's not German? So we did finish Anschluss now. Repeated uprisings in Austria clearly show that the people there long to be united with our Reich. It is now time to take action and allow the will of the people to be made manifest. Finish that focus. So there we go. Austria is not ours. We get all these divisions. I'm actually going to assign these mountaineers to the French border because it is pretty mountainous over here. Take a few of these out. Assign them to Poland. Assign these guys to Poland as well. Put the cavalry unit in here. And there we go. We'll let them go to their respective areas. The Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be, from this point on, the newest bastion of the German Reich. I think we get a speech for that, so we're gonna go ahead and listen to that real quick while all of these guys.
Für dieses Land seine neue Mission entspricht dem Gebot, dass einst die deutschen Siedler aus allen Gauen des Alten Reichs die Hürde rufen. Die älteste Ostmark des deutschen Volkes soll von jetzt an das jüngste Bollwerk der deutschen Nation und damit des Deutschen Reiches.
And there we have it. Austria is now ours. So our military grew quite a bit. We're doing the Westwall focuses to just add a bunch of forts on the French border. And well, we have a few. Oh my god, we have a couple more. Well, not exactly a couple. We have 7 more factories that we got from Austria to add to our production. So I'm just gonna pop a couple into support equipment. Few into producing more tanks, and I think I'll pop a couple into developing dive bombers so we can get that going as well. I think this is where I'm gonna wrap up the episode. Hindenburg incident. Oh, the Hindenburg actually didn't. It actually didn't explode. Close call. So yeah, I think. Well, right when I want to finish the episode, Italy wins the war in Ethiopia. So Italy did just annex all of Ethiopia. Let me pause it now, actually, so we can wrap this up. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to wrap up the episode. We annexed Austria, made quite some progress, going from just 30 divisions. So we've built up, built our military quite a bit. Next episode, our war with Belgium is definitely going to start. I'm going to take Belgium, annex it, open up a bigger front with France, and then hopefully, a couple years from now, we'll be able to march into Poland and World War II kick off. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. Hopefully, I'm aiming to come out with new episodes either every day, hopefully, I mean, optimally, of course, every day, or at least every other day. So if you guys are looking forward to that, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't ever miss another episode. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching it. I'll see you guys in the next episode.